Hey guys, welcome to Carpaladin. Today I'm going to go over how car dealerships are taking your money. So, car dealerships are one of the very last business models that really prey on uneducated consumers. You walk into the car dealership, the process is a little bit different for everyone depending on how much research that person has done. They're always trying to make money off of you, and there's a lot of different angles they get to pull that money out of you. So I wanted to make a really good video on how car dealerships are making money off of you. I usually give this course to car salesmen on how to make their money. You know, how are you making your paycheck? When I was a trainer at stores, the class is the same for consumers to understand how to defend their money. So, hopefully you've already watched the bronze course, which is completely free at carpaladin.com. How are car dealerships taking your money, guys? How are they doing that? So imagine this. This is the profit made on your car deal. You buying the car. There's two sides to this. So I'm going to split it in half. Right? So you've got this side, which I call the front end of the deal. And then I've got this side, which I'm going to call the back end of the deal. Right? This side is from the car that you're purchasing. Well, the whole thing is from the car you're purchasing, but this side is from the car purchase, and this side is from financing. So whenever you go to the car dealership, they're always trying to get you to finance. Both sides have two pieces to it. So now, right now you're looking at a pie that's like 4 even pieces. On the front half of the deal, they make money off the car itself. So I'm going to call that the pick. And if you have a trade-in, they make money off the trade-in. So there's a couple different things that could go into the pick side of it. So, dealer add-ons, lift kit, stuff like that. But essentially on that pick portion of it, it's the car you're buying, the one you picked out, the trade-in from them holding on your trade. So if your trade was actually worth 10 grand and they only offer you 8 and you accept that offer, the 2 grand goes into the front end of the deal. Then you've got the back end, right? So when you walk into the finance office, if you didn't watch any of my videos, or you maybe in the past you let them finance and secure the financing, they have the ability to mark up the rate 2 points. They have the ability to mark an extended rate like 84 months at 1.5%. And when I say points, I mean percent. So if the bank says, hey, your customers are good for 6%, you're allowed to mark it up to 8%. They make the difference between the 6 and the 8, that 2%, they get money for that. And then they obviously sell warranties. If a warranty only costs them $1,800 and they sell it to you for $4,000, the difference between the cost and what you bought it for is going to go toward the profit of the deal. So they've got these 4 avenues to make money off your deal. The car itself, your trade-in, then on the back end of the deal, the interest rate, which hopefully, again, you watched my video, so you got your own financing, that takes this portion out, and then warranties, gap insurance, etc. So this is how they're making money off of you. This is how they're taking your money away. They've got 4 different little pieces of this pie here, and they're trying to take it all from you. I'll go over briefly how to defend each one, just very briefly. Again, you're going to have to go to carpaladin.com, check out the gold course to get an absolute game plan, or just check out the bronze course, at least have an idea of how to defend yourself against dealerships. But so the price of the car, how do I defend against that? I do my shopping online. I try to negotiate, online before I go into the car dealership. The trade, how do I defend against that? Hopefully, you're able to sell it yourself, but that's not always viable, especially with the time constraint. But I'm going to get offers from places so that way when I sit there and I negotiate my car deal, I'm getting the most I can for my trade-in. So that's going to minimize or defend the trade. Interest rate, how do I defend against interest rate? Do my own financing, get a pre-approval. So if I take their ability to hold points on me, that's half the puzzle right there, gone on the back end of the deal. And then warranty, gap. How do I take that out? I just don't buy any. Now, of course, gap insurance is important, but when you're doing your own financing, you don't need to buy gap from the dealership. They can't really sell it to you. So you'd go through your own finance institution. They're not gonna charge you an arm and a leg for gap. These warranties are really tricky because I've sold warranties for $5-6 grand and they only cost $1,500. And a lot of dealerships do that. I've sold warranties. Like what is all included in this? So warranties, gap, tire protection, windshield protection, any kind of like wannabe ceramic coating. A lot of this stuff sometimes gets tacked onto the car on an addendum, but it's really just a warranty that the finance manager is trying to extend you on. Then it turns into a back-end product. So you're going to want to just basically decline everything unless you really, really, really need a windshield and they offer you a really great pricing for it. But again, on the gold course, I go over how to negotiate, get the best deal, etc. on that stuff. But if you're just going in blind, my suggestion to you is just don't buy anything. That's how you just completely eliminate it. So once I completely eliminate, let's start from the beginning. Sorry. If I do my research and then I do a really good job at picking which car I'm going to buy and negotiating the car deal, I basically minimize the profit. Then I take all this out. They don't get any of that. They're going to get a little sliver because it's a dealership, right? I'm sure there's some kind of gross that they're going to make. Hopefully, my job is to minimize that as much as possible. But then on the trade-in, I do a really, really, really good job. I get, exactly what I wanted, but they're just on their side going to raise the value of it so that they don't take a total loss. So then, they got a little sliver there, but I eliminated that portion. So on this half of the circle, they got a very small piece of pie. I ate most of it. And then on the back end, I got my own check. I got my own financing. I went and I got a dealer check. What happened to this piece? Completely gone. I took the whole piece of pie. It's gone. Sorry, Mr. Finance Man. Your PRU just went down. Your penetration just went down. Warranty, gap. I'm not buying it. Guess what happens to this whole piece of pie? It's gone. So let's look at the chart now. How much did the dealership take from me? That little piece of pie. That is your goal. Your goal is to make that little piece of pie as small as possible. And whenever you take the gold course, this piece of pie looks like this. So check it out, guys. Go to carpaladin.com, watch my videos, arm yourself, know how to defend against these car dealerships. Share, like, subscribe my video to help me defeat these guys. Other than that, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I enjoy making videos like this, helping you guys out. Thanks.